Hi, this is Socionics. Today we're gonna do answering questions video, where we answer questions that were asked in the comments. And we like when you ask us questions because we like to answer them.
Yes.
And we like your comments and questions. Thank you for leaving them. So our first question is, so what happens when the kid is collectivist but parents are not? And this is very interesting question.
Yeah, usually people have more problems when there is an opposite situation, when parents are collectivists and their kid is not.
Yeah, so it's kind of easier situation, easier for the kid.
It's easier for a kid because collectivists, especially when their parents, they try to make their child like in the set of rules and norms, especially like their parents. So there's in hierarchy there, they stand like higher. So the child should obey everything that parents are saying. And if a kid is individualist, it's harder for him to adapt in this system, you know. But if there's an opposite situation, then parents who are individualists, they would probably be more flexible and not that demanding in terms of norms and social, you know, rules and standards, and like all the society is saying, they will be more easygoing.
So let's say from the point of kids who are collectivists, they still gonna be looking up to their parents, and they still gonna follow this hierarchy when their parents are standing higher, so they're gonna try to follow their example, and they might not always find, of course, understanding, because values will be different, and they might expect from their parents more guidance and, you know, more of control and more of help maybe throughout, you know, life. So they will be lacking that.
Yeah, you can also say that they might just take on some individualistic features, but overall, when they will leave their parents' house and go to college, go to university, and find themselves in the society without their parents, they will definitely act like collectivists. It's just their nature. So some habits and maybe some features they will keep from their parents who are individualists, but overall, I don't think that they will act like individualists. So the second question is, how means that someone is irrational regarding aspects? Yeah. So as we know, there is four quadras, and in every quadra there is two dual couples, and every couple is both. People are either rational or irrational.
So it is interesting that out of 8 main aspects in Socionics, half of them are rational and half of them are irrational. So irrational aspects are sensing, both extroverted and introverted, and intuition, extroverted and introverted. So basically, whether a person rational or irrational determines very easily what's the leading function is, what aspect the leading function is. So if we're talking, for example, about sensory ethical extrovert, first word sensory is leading function. So it means that this person is irrational. And let's see on the table of which types are rational or irrational. As you can see, all the duals, and in each quadra there are 2 rationals and 2 irrationals.
It is very important for the relationships to, you know, for people both to be either rational or irrational, because it affects their lifestyle overall very much. And if one person is rational and his graph would be like a steady, you know, and the other one will be irrational, then it's much harder to find this,
like life rhythm.
Yes. Okay, so our last question is, how did you guys learn Socionics? We learned about Socionics for the first time in 2014. And so we were very interested in this kind of theory or science, how you can call it.
Yeah.
And we were looking for like institution that can teach us. And it was pretty hard to find a good one.
Yeah, a good source, and
because
that really can teach you how to type people, not just some theory, but practical knowledge and like ability to type is the hardest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we found one, which is Kaliningrad Center of Socionics.
Which located in Russia.
Yes. And we believe that this center provides very, very good quality of typing. And
we found that their typing is very precise, and that's why looking at the...
especially because they were teaching.
Looking at the precision of typing, like... we decided that we should learn from them. Mm-hmm. And
so I graduated 2 courses. The first one was in 2014, the second one was in 2015. And after that...
so and applied to the paid courses.
And after that, we opened our website where we started typing people. Mostly we were doing it by written tests, when people were answering questions in a written form. And sometimes we did video typing as well, and we typed hundreds and hundreds of people.
Yeah, that was the best possible practice for us, because we were able to really ask people the questions that we want them to ask, to ask them questions on specific aspects, and it helped a lot to practice and to learn, and we gained so much more knowledge through practice than learning the theory. And also during the typing, we quite often may happen that we were disagreeing on something.
Yeah, because we wanted to come to the same conclusion together, and because we are not from first quadra, in first quadra they might say okay, you have different opinions, that's great. More different opinions you have, better
opinions
it is.
Better.
Yes, so for us it was important to just have one result for both of us.
And also we were almost every day discussing different people, what their types might be, different celebrities, different, watching movies and watching different shows, trying to determine, even when it was very hard.
Yeah, I think that overall this process is never ending, and you never stop learning Socionics and say, okay, so I just figured everything. Because there are so many people and they're different, and everybody has their own experiences, their own habits, their own behavioral features that needs to be considered also during typing. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, more we learned about Socionics, more we saw our past mistakes, and in the beginning, we can say that a huge % of people we typed incorrectly, even though we were very confident. That's for sure. This leading function is that, and this.
Yeah, he is emotional.
Suggestive function is that.
He has strong extroverted ethics for sure. It's just no way. If person is emotional, he might not have strong extroverted ethics. That's impossible.
And then we learned psychosophy, and we figured that it actually adds like whole another dimension to the typing, and it's actually very important. And also right now we use it a lot to determine types.
Yeah. If you want to watch more, click the video on the left or on the right.
And to subscribe, click the circular channel icon. Thank you for watching.